Hello, I am Forge Tech, and this is a 15-minute little playthrough of Valheim. Maybe you're been sitting on buying the game, or you're just interested in where to go starting off. So I'm going to run around, show you what I do in the first 15 minutes, so that maybe gives you a few ideas. First, I'm talking to the bird already. There's boars over there, and there's some necks I saw over there. Let's see. I did have a gray wing attack me within a few seconds of the game starting, so I'll build another torch. These will last around 10 minutes. Nights are about 9 minutes, but as you can see, a lot of creatures don't like fire. So instead of attacking me, they just run. So, which is always nice early on if you just want to get past different creatures. Let's start off by grabbing these berries. And of course they immediately turn on me the moment I stop using the torch. But, got some food from it. Which shows you how fast they will turn on you, so be watching out. And there's the bird again. They'll tell you to pick up mushrooms and berries, and you don't have to eat in this game, but by eating your stamina bar, as well as your health bar will increase. And the higher quality the food, the higher it goes. Oh, and there's a deer. Now, if you look up at the top mini map, you'll see a little arrow pointing south and to the west, meaning that it cannot actually see or smell me where I am. That's why I'm building up some points in stealth. But if I come up there, get behind it, I have to refill my stamina bar because, of course, I've got terrible stamina. There we go. I got my first deer, quite literally by punching it. So, a lot of times people just run screaming right at the deer. They're way too fast for you to catch. It's best just stealth up behind one. Oh, here's some flint. You always find flint next to water. And as such, you're really wanting to start off looking for water. You don't actually have to drink water, so it's really just for the resources next to it. The game does start you on an island and is literally a world of islands. So you're going to have to go to the ocean eventually, either way. So it's best to grab a couple of the flint. I normally get around 10. I make a club here. Clubs, of course, do blunt damage. As you can see, as I'm learning different skill sets, I have unarmed, which I got for punching a few things. Blocking, which I generally use with shields. Run and sneak, and I got 3 points almost with sneak, just by sneaking up on that one animal. You can punch trees to get wood, or the little ones though. This will also increase your unarmed skill, which will help you somewhat early on in case something jumps out at you. Okay, I need a bit more wood to get that, but so this will help me build up my attack abilities as well as being able to harvest enough wood to actually do things. Even when I get the stone axe, I still prefer the smaller trees, just because often enemies will hide in the undergrowth. Not because they're actually hiding from you. Oh, there comes one again. As you can see, greylings drop resin. They're also afraid of fire, so if you have no weapons or there's just too many for you, switching out to your torch will make them run away. and then I recommend just running the opposite direction to get away from them. But as you can see now, I've got the stone axe, and it's letting me actually gather wood cutting skill now, and I'm able to actually do damage to these larger objects, which is going to let me get more wood, and I get resin also from these trees. I'm about 54 weight. You can see I got some deer hide, meat from the animal, different woods and stuff. I'm really wanting to get a hammer at this point, so it's telling me I need more stone. That's flint. Flint doesn't count. The stone axe actually is pretty effective at doing damage as well. I personally like keeping the club and the axe just because it gives me that little bit of a, whereas I don't have to worry about breaking my axe as quickly to random damage from different creatures. Okay, so I've got the hammer, which is going to let me be able to build stuff, as you can see. And the bird is once again going to come tell me stuff. And it'll tell me I can build stuff, and I need to build a workbench. Alright. So, from here, I'm actually going to still grab the food as I run. I'm not actually going to be aiming to cut down trees at this moment. Quite a few animals over here. As you can see, I marked the area that has animals. There's deer, there's boar, definitely a place I wouldn't come back. So just by clicking this dot, clicking on the map, and then it's going to let me type it in. I typed in animals. By left clicking, it'll let me say that I've already been there or not to go there. If I right click, it'll disappear. Now, what I'm really looking for is picking up some. I'm mostly going to want to focus on these wooden or wooden planks. I don't want to use up all my weight on berries and mushrooms. Which, as we can see down here in the bottom left, I need to eat both berries and the mushrooms. Mostly wanting to focus on wood right now. I already have about 9 flint and 2 stone. I want to grab about 10 stone as well as I'm walking around. What I'm looking for, however, is going to be a abandoned house or different areas. Generally, we'll find a couple of them around here. That'll greatly speed up my abilities. Oh, there's a bunch of boars over there. Don't exactly want to fight them. That might be a house right there. Yep, there it is. It's the one that looks kind of like a church. Alright, here's some more berry bushes, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Now, the main reason I'm aiming to find something like this, I can throw down a workbench. Make sure there don't bees. Alright, there's no bees, so I'm safe. I can throw down the workbench right here underneath this roof that's already been built, which will immediately let me start building. Of course, this one isn't quite, well, actually, nope, it had just enough roof. I can now repair stuff with this button here. But since I've already got walls already, well, at least halfway done walls, let's talk to the bird real fast. I've also got this chest that has a few things in it. I got some flint head arrows, another torch. I'm going to take one of my torches and the food and stuff I have that I can't eat without a cooking fire. Alright. And this is going to let me craft different things, like a flint axe, stone axes, wire can flint stone axe, but the flint axe, the hoe is a big one because you can actually start terraforming with that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working at clearing away. I'm actually damaging the building a little bit, but That's okay. I can repair it. Of course, now, as I said, I switch to the repair tool. And now I've got fully good walls to hide behind. Instead of just these really bad ones. That's going to give me a good starting area comparatively to if I would have had to build all of this right off the bat myself. I hear something outside. And as you can see, it is attacking my walls. That is actually one of the reasons why I said the first things you want to do is cut away all these little bushes and other stuff around your camp. Because it's going to let you see the enemies coming a lot sooner. Oh, there's the bird again. Every time he comes up here with this little message marker, he's going to tell you something important. He's going to tell me about the crafting hoe, which is what I'm using. Well, I'll show you in a second. But once I've got a little bit of area cleared away... Now, if I accidentally did break this, the materials come back to me. So it's not a horrible accident. It's not really causing that much damage. As you can see, it takes almost nothing to fix the damage I accidentally caused. And as you can see here, it's just very... I would have had to really up on that wall before I could have damaged it anymore. Let's see here. I'm going to start... Well, first thing I'm going to probably want to do is clear out the entrance. Okay, so now that I've cleared out the entrance, you can see that I'm having a bit of an issue getting in. I come over here, find the little stairs, and they will snap too. And as you can see, even though this is a building that was just created out in the world by the game's mechanics, it's letting me snap and build straight to it. Now, it's using the shorter of the two. So all I gotta do is... Now, I'm not going to exactly follow the way they built theirs, because I'm going to actually change it up a bit by knocking out this. The reason I'm doing that, I'm actually going to move and fill in a few of these gaps so I can make a chimney right here. This will let me vent the actual smoke from my house. And of course I've run out of wood, which is one of the reasons I was picking up wood as I ran. But you're basically going to just keep repeating this right now, is clearing out these smaller trees. That's going to give you more of an open area so that you can actually see if any of the greylings are coming for you. You can then afterwards take your hoe and actually level out the area, making it a little bit more easy to work with. You can build your own foundations now for your own custom-made house, or just keep expanding one of the little ones that you found. As you can see here on the side, I have missed preparing this area. As you can tell, the two colors are quite different. That lets me see that. Once I actually have just a little bit more materials, I'll be able to build a campfire, which I'm missing rocks right now. Now that I've actually gotten the campfire set down, I've got fire I'm in shelter, and as you can see, I've now got comfort 1, or comfort 3 actually, from in here. I sit down. That's actually going to cause me to regenerate stamina much faster, and it's going to give me the rested bonus, which is going to increase stamina recovery. That's going to let me work a bit faster. If I walk back in the house once it's roofed, it's going to recharge my stamina even faster, once again letting me work much more rapidly. Um, by building this simple chimney, it's not the greatest one I've built, but by building the simple chimney, I'm not going to have the smoke build up in my house. As you can see, I'm resting. It's much faster to recover stamina that way. And I throw in a bed. I can rest the nights now. I can start looking for a place for a permanent village. That way, I can start my own permanent camp and be able to just custom build it. Maybe I don't want to live here. Maybe I want to build in a couple of different places. The beds also act as spawn points, so it's really nice to have a real quick, simple house like this that you find. They come in different shapes. If you can't find one, throw down a couple beams, just make a little square hut with a roof. Put the campfire outside by the front door. The reason I say put it by the front door, you saw that animals are actually quite afraid of the fire. They won't initially come up to the front door if you put it that way. Only downside is when it rains, it will go out. So it's just a temporary kind of deal. Okay, with that, I hope this helps someone. And I hope you pick up the game or you give it a chance. And I hope you enjoy.